Hi, I'm Hannah Culver, Product Marketing Manager here at PagerDuty. Today, let's talk about the biggest contributor to incidents, change. Approximately 70% of all incidents are caused by change. Does that mean we stop shipping new code? Of course not. Instead, it's about minimizing the impact of change. I'm sure you've heard the term shift left. It's about moving testing and pre-production activities earlier into the development lifecycle. It means that in order to prevent incidents, developers need to build with as much context as possible earlier so they can publish code with confidence. We enable you to do this with one of our long-standing differentiators, integrations. API-first integrations have been a staple for us, and we're building out new ones all the time. Backstage is a great recent example of this. Another way we do this is with MCP, or a Model Context Protocol. We launched our initial MCP support last year, and our agent-to-agent capabilities are now in early access. And this year, all PagerDuty functionality will be MCP supported. This means that there's virtually no limits to how you can access the right context and data from PagerDuty that you need to shift left and get ahead of incidents. Let's take a look at how this can look in action. Let's meet Monroe. She's a developer and new on the job. A couple months in, Monroe is about to push code she's been writing to production, but she's not sure how to benchmark how safe this is. She's familiar with her service dependencies in PagerDuty Service Graph, and she knows that this service does roll up to a customer-facing service instant transfer. She obviously wants to prevent any possible customer disruption. Monroe creates her own PagerDuty agent within GitHub, allowing her to ask natural language questions about PagerDuty data without needing to be in an active incident. A few minutes later, this custom agent is ready. Monroe starts to gut check a few things before proceeding with her deploy. She asks, PagerDuty, can I push my code to the service? How stable is it? PagerDuty tells Monroe that a push isn't recommended at this time. It looks at live incidents and finds that there are 5 active incidents affecting all critical dependencies. The infrastructure is stressed. Monroe isn't sure how normal this is or how often a major incident on her service happens, so she asks, how many Sev1 incidents have happened on the service in the last 6 months? PagerDuty scans dozens of past incident notes to gather this context faster than any human could, and within a few minutes, Monroe has her answer. It looks like there have been at least 4 Sev1s on dependent services, but none on the service she's currently working on. Beyond telling her about her own service, PagerDuty knew that the additional context about the dependent services was also crucial. This is something she could have easily overlooked. Monroe has another question now that she knows the incident history. She asks, based on post-incident reviews, are there any red flags to consider? 5 critical red flags. These are items that have come up in post-incident reviews over the past several months, synthesized and easily scannable. PagerDuty shares the immediate actions first, like resolving the storage issue and fixing the memory leak, as well as implementing some circuit breakers. Monroe's team doesn't own any of this, and based on these warning signs, she's not comfortable with the level of customer impact this deploy could have. She decides to pause for now while she reaches out to the infra team to confirm next best steps. In this case, it is better safe than sorry. What could have potentially been a perfect storm causing a Sev1 incident was just avoided. Thanks to PagerDuty's MCP integration with GitHub, there was no surface switching, no toil, just fast context that Monroe needed to make the best choice.